everyone. This series of videos is going to take you through Lesson 7C, which is pages 6 and 7 in the new packet. Before you actually do any of the packet questions, the first task is to work through the card sort that goes with question number 1. The card sort can be found on Desmos, and you can access it two different ways. One way is to go to the URL that you see on the screen here, student.desmos.com, and when prompted, it'll ask you for a code. You'll type in HEXQGV, and that'll take you to a card sort kind of similar to the one that you did at the very beginning of this packet that involves digitally sorting a series of cards into little triplets. You're going to be matching equations in the traditional explicit notation, specific terms in a sequence, and a new recursive equation. So in theory, you can access it this way, or the other way is to go through the learning plan. If in the learning plan you find the section that says Desmos activities, the line underneath where you clicked to access these videos, there's an automatically populated link that if you click will automatically open the activity, enter the code for you, and it'll jump you right in. I do recommend that you read the first screen before you start the card sort activity, because there are some tips for how to make the card sort a little more manageable. There are a lot of cards on the screen, and because you don't have them to physically interact with, it might be easier to kind of learn a few tricks and tips to make this screen experience as simple as possible. The goal during the card sort is to just kind of practice forming that association between equations and terms and equations that have a recursive notation versus equations that have an explicit notation. After you finish the card sort, try to also complete question number 2, because question number 2 is more of an observational question. It's basically just going to ask you to notice or to just articulate as clearly as you can as many similarities or relationships that you possibly could have used to help you sort and eventually narrow down which cards ended up going together. So questions 1 and 2 should be done before anything else. And once you get the hang of it, do make sure that you check your answers using the online answer key. I always recommend for Desmos card sorts like this that you have the answer key open either in a new tab or on a different device that you can check periodically while you work, because Desmos won't tell you if your cards are matched correctly or not. It's not like they turn green or turn red when they're right or wrong, and that's just a flaw that unfortunately we have to work around. So please, if you can, take some time to check your answers to the card sort, make sure that everything makes sense, and once you feel like you've kind of gotten the hang of the card sort, then move on to question number 3. When you're ready to do so, the next video will take you through question number 3, so you'll be able to work a little bit more structured through those questions.